Tusks up, Utah Mammoth fans. Merry Christmas and welcome into another Utah Mammoth Daily. So today we're continuing the Christmas theme. I have foregone the Mammoth hat. I agree with some of you. It didn't look very good. So here we are. Santa hat, just alone. No Mammoth hat. Still got Kells right behind me here. So today, what's on my Christmas list? What do I want for Christmas when it comes to the Mammoth and the season that we have still in front of us here? Well, I'll tell you. One thing that's not on this list is Clayton Keller representing the U.S. That is definitely on my Christmas list. A lot of the reporting is saying that, yes, he will, but then some of the reporting is also saying he's on the bubble. I think he's done more than enough to warrant donning the U.S. national team sweater in Italy this coming February. I think he has. So that's one that's not on this list, but it's one that I wanted to mention here off the top. Clayton Keller definitely does deserve to be in Italy with the U.S. playing in that little tournament there, getting a shot at another gold medal, his second in 2 years. I think that'd be really cool too. So there you have that. That's the first thing on Matt's Christmas list. What's next? Well, I would like some rapid development. For guys like Tej Ginla, as you can see on the screen there, Tej Ginla, Caleb Desnoyers, Cole Baudouin, and Dmitry Simashev. Dmitry Simashev started out very well. I know why they sent him down was to get a little bit more offense, so I think that would be really good for him too. Daniil Boot has been really good. He hasn't been perfect, but he's a rookie, right? So I think just the rapid development of these guys to be NHL ready next season so that we can move on from a couple of the veterans that are starting to become a little bit more lackluster. Plus, they'll have a couple of roster spots open because I don't really see a world where Nick Schmaltz stays with the team past the trade deadline. And kind of same thing with Barrett Hayton, Olli Mata. There's a few guys that are a little bit surplus to requirements for us here in Utah with the young guns coming up. So that will give a lot more space for them just immediately. But then also that opens up Bill Armstrong a little bit to be able to make some trades here, which you'll see is coming down the pipe here in this episode as far as my Christmas wish list is concerned. So just rapid development of the young guys. I want to see them in the NHL next season. I don't want to see them this year. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see Tej Ginla, Cole Baudouin, maybe Cole Baudouin, but not Caleb Desnoyers, even though he's tearing it up. Maybe Dmitry Simashev makes another appearance later on in the season. But overall, I'm thinking next year for a lot of these guys, and I think it would be a very good and fun year. Because I don't think the parity that we're seeing in the NHL this season is going to last through another season. A lot of contracts are coming up. Salary cap is increasing. Teams are going to be jockeying for position, especially when it comes to the NHL draft, when we get closer to the trade deadline. So the parity that we're seeing early on in this season is going to be tapering away. It's going to be sifted out. But yeah, I want to see the young guns get more development, make a rapid rise to the league, and kind of pay off the patience that Bill Armstrong has had with them and that Mammoth Nation now has had. So that's definitely on the list. Next up, I'd like a powerful penalty or a powerful power play. That was harder to say than I thought when I came up with this. But a powerful power play would be fantastic. Right now, 15%. They are fifth worst in the league as of Christmas Eve when I'm recording this. And I just want league average. I don't want them to rocket up to the top of the rankings with the Edmonton Oilers and such. Just league average would be fantastic. The last few games, last couple of weeks, they are around league average. But just league average. Just to have some sort of threat. I feel like teams are willing to commit penalties against the Mammoth because they know that they're not going to score. So just league average. That's all I want. I'm not going to be calling for you-know-whose job. I just want him to do better. You know that advice you get at work that you hate hearing? I don't know, just do better. That's the advice I have right now. I don't know, just do better on the power play. Maybe it has to do with Nick Schmaltz. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. At this point, I'm not the one being paid to figure it out, but just something. Just a more powerful power play. Just please, because the penalty kill is really solid. It really is, especially with Alexander Kerfoot back. So now it's not just on like 4 to 6 guys. It could be like almost 2 full lines of penalty killers. So can we just match that side of the special teams with a better power play? Or even just an extra skater? I mean, just an extra skater goal. How about that? How about I make the bar even lower than league average power play? How about we get an extra man goal? 6-on-5 goal. Just one this season, please. Please. It got close against the Avalanche. It was really close. They had the right, I think Tringy had the right mix of guys out there. But, oh, please. That would be a wonderful Christmas wish come true. And lastly here, I've talked about it a lot recently, and I'm going to continue to talk about it. A massive move for somebody somewhere. Just shake the hockey world to its core and just go for it. I do care who, and as you can see down below, these are the names I would like to see in Mammoth jerseys, especially that third one. You've heard me say it a lot before. I really like Zibanejad's game, and I think he would be perfect in a Mammoth jersey. But just a move, a big move, not a fringe move, not a prospect for prospect or a salary dump. A big move that improves the team now and into the future. A big move. And not even guys like Rasmus Andersson, which would be a big move. Bigger name than that. Go for it. Make the call, kick the tires, see what's going on, and start a conversation. Get some rumors out there. Make the rumor mill swirl around. Eventually, something is going to shake loose this season. Austin Matthews is looking like he is having a miserable year in Toronto. He's not performing well. Who knows if there's like a lingering injury there that he's not disclosing or the team's not disclosing. And I'm not saying that for like to get the team in trouble or anything. I'm just saying like maybe it's just something that shouldn't show up on an injury report, but it does affect your game. I don't know, but kick the tires there. See what's going on. Austin Matthews is the kind of star you would mortgage your future on getting. You know, and the Mammoth have a pretty bright future that they could offer up. Just saying. And then same thing with like David Pastrnak in Boston. I mean, I know Boston's having a resurgent year. They are still kind of hot, but they are coming back down to earth a little bit. Maybe make a move there. There's nothing to say that Pastrnak is unhappy in Boston or that Boston's unhappy with Pastrnak, but that's the kind of that's what I'm talking about here. It's just getting a name to come back to Utah. And I don't mean a name that's past their prime, like a Jonathan Marchessault or a Steven Stamkos. I almost said Phil Kessel. No, Steven Stamkos. So guys like that, I don't want those, although they would be nice if the price is not too high. But, you know, something that announces to the hockey world that Utah's here and we mean business. You know, like the Minnesota Wild just did. And we're in the most top-heavy division in hockey. I mean, the bottom of the division is pretty bad. Blues, Blackhawks will be better, but their two best players are injured right now. And then you have whatever's going on in Nashville. And then Winnipeg. Winnipeg has one line that produces offense, and boy, did it against the Mammoth. But that's what I'm talking about there. So that's my Christmas wish list. I'll go into the New Year's resolutions as we get closer to that. But I hope you all have a wonderful and very Merry Christmas if you celebrate. If you don't, have a wonderful day. Keep those Tusks up, even though that was a tough loss against the Avalanche that I believe the Mammoth should have won. And I click that subscribe button. Maybe give me a Christmas present. Hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys tomorrow.